Alright, so this area behind me, this creek behind me, as you can see here, is where I've been filling up with water for the past 2 days. Alright? I'm boiling it, but what's interesting is what I didn't notice, which is a whole field of wild ginger. So all this stuff down here, these little leaves here, where are we going? There we go. Those leaves, those are all wild ginger. So I'm going to take a bunch back with me. I mean, you can eat it raw, you can dry it and grind it. Yeah, I wonder if we can add it and how it's going to make the trout taste if we catch any. He just shows you how much you have to keep your eyes out for stuff, because it can be everywhere. Alright, so here's what I see. Now what's happening is I've got those ginger roots drying out on the stone there. I've had a fire going on it, and so that I can warm it up very slowly so as not to break it or have it explode on me. But if we get that trout in tonight, then I will be cooking it up on that nice big stone. So I want to get it really hot by dinner time. It's about 5 p.m. and I'm looking forward to a hot cup of ginger root tea. I've got some 2 small dandelion roots that I managed to find that I'm gonna crush up and hopefully make into coffee tomorrow morning. A real luxury on a survival trip. So it's just a matter of getting a couple more logs. I've got a whole bunch that I've been piling up. Let's see, there's a whole bunch of kindling. Some bigger stuff that I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put across the fire, and then when it burns through, I'm gonna divide it up. And then I got 1 or 2 more over there. It's just one more night, and then tomorrow morning, I don't know, I've got this huge craving for McDonald's. So here we are. I'll tell you, there's a huge psychological benefit to have someone with you on a trip like this. Even though we've been doing spending most of our days apart doing separate jobs, there's a huge benefit there just knowing that someone else is around. I haven't felt anxious at all, not worried about bears or anything like that, although there's moose sign and stuff like that. And the other big thing is it really helps you get a lot done. Really helps you get a lot done and be able to divide the jobs. My stomach is full from eating wild edibles and drinking water and having that food. So it's a pretty successful day. One thing I did want to mention, you see that over there strapped to that log. This is my emergency GPS spot satellite. So this spot satellite allows me to send messages. I'll show you a bit how it works. I'm going to press OK because I haven't sent an update in a while. Hold that down for a few seconds and it'll start to flash every 3 seconds, and then in a second more this light is the GPS light, and it'll tell you if there's any GPS signal, and the one to the right of it will tell you if it sent the message. Red for no, green for yes. That's what it is. So that's a simple unit. But I check in all the time. If you follow me on Facebook or Twitter, you'll probably see a message saying I'm checking in, and you can check out where I am in the world and see what I'm doing. So now I think I heard a call from my dad. I think he's telling me that he's done fishing. So I've got a couple fish here, and I've been heating this rock up for a while. Here's what we're gonna do. It's going to, you hear that nice sizzle? So there are those fish roasting on the rock. You can hear them sizzling away, and nice and hot. Just keep adding some sticks to keep that rock hot, and in a little while we'll have nice fried trout. So we've got steamed trout, we've had boiled trout, we've got fried trout. I think yeah, this is starting to not look so much like survival as perhaps a restaurant. Oh well, I'm not complaining. We've got the tea we made with the ginger root, so we got ginger tea, and it's a nice change from drinking water. Yeah, well, there we are, roasting away on the fire. Some nice fried trout on that rock. Beautiful. I mean, these ones are not quite as fatty as some of the other ones I've done. You can tell because the skin comes off, but it is got a nice even heat. That's what a nice benefit about rocks is that they heat evenly, so they cook evenly as well. Nice fire going underneath to keep it nice and hot, and pretty soon we'll have nice fried trout, boiled trout, and sushi. I don't think so. Fresher than most sushi though. So we have 4 trout to eat before we go to finish the day, and this is the area that we're camped out in, up in the ridge. Down there you can see the lake, get away from it, from the cool breezes, nice and protected up here. And yeah, it's been a fun trip. The only real challenge left for us is the cold night. So we'll do one last firewood salvage before bed and get the fire roaring. It's actually amazing how well this thing heats up. All right, so shelter. Here we are at the end of day 2 and just about ready to go up to our final night, and then tomorrow morning head up super early to go to our car and head out. Well, it's been interesting. It's been fun. There's surprisingly so successful with the fish, but it just reinforces the fact, the importance of a fishing kit when you're in your survival kit. So anyway, we got a bunch of firewood. We're getting it warmed up. We plugged a lot of the leaks, as many as we could, and we insulated the floor. We put down cedar bark, then we put down rushes or cattails, dried ones, and then we put on the cedar needles and the etc. to give it a bit more padding. So we're hoping, and it looks like it's going to be a warmer night, and our last night, and tomorrow morning I am going to eat a hamburger and french fries because I've had enough fish. Well, it's 5:30 in the morning and we made it through another night. The shelter worked really well. In fact, I had a thermometer in there, and early in the night I ended up overheating at about 35 degrees inside this thing. So I tried to be Celsius, which I'll put down what that is in Fahrenheit. But then at some point in the night I rolled and I pulled down one of the sides, so I had to make some running repairs, and after that I was with drafts the whole time. So you gotta watch with these shelters. They work really well, but they're not by any means durable. Didn't worry about it too much. We had a fire going, so slept a couple hours, built the fire, and repeat. And now they said it's 5:30 in the morning. We're just gonna start packing up and head back home. I sent out a message saying that we made it through the night with the spot messenger, and so everybody should know that at least we're up already. So yeah, time to pack up. Gonna tear down the shelter, really return everything to the state it was in more or less before we got there. So these Mylar blankets, although they work well, the typical ones, once you tear them, they're ruined. But this nice one here by the Adventure Medical Kit, I really like it because you can see even I could put a hole through it, and it stayed in one piece. So it costs a bit more, but if you're looking for something to last you more than one night, Well, we're slowly working on our fire pit, digging it up and pouring water over it, getting rid of all the coals. But surprisingly, after almost 3 gallons of water, or 2 gallons of water I should say, there's still heat down there, about 6-8 inches. So we've dug it all up and mixed it all up, and we're just going to pour some more water over it and put it out for good.